48,500-year-old zombie virus thawed and revived in Siberia, scientists fear pandemic. Old viruses may awaken as the Arctic permafrost thaws. Noticeably higher temperatures can unearth ancient microorganisms, such as a 46,000-year-old worm. This time, it's a 48,500-year-old virus. What would be the consequences? A 48,500-year-old virus awakens. What could happen? French researcher Jean-Michel Claverie and his team reported that they have managed to isolate and revive various ancient viruses from the permafrost, including a strain of giant virus, pithovirus, found in a 27,000-year-old permafrost sample containing mammoth wool. This study confirms the ability of large DNA viruses that infect acanthamoeba to remain infectious after more than 48,500 years in deep permafrost, wrote the authors. Currently, researchers are assessing the degree of threats that these frozen viruses from thousands of years ago could pose. According to an article published in the journal Viruses, fortunately, we can reasonably expect that an epidemic caused by a revived prehistoric pathogenic bacterium can be quickly controlled by the modern antibiotics at our disposal, even though bacteria carrying antibiotic resistance genes seem to be surprisingly prevalent in the permafrost. However, researchers also assert that the situation would be much more disastrous in the case of plant, animal, or human diseases caused by the resurgence of an ancient and unknown virus for which there would be no specific treatment or vaccine immediately available. The thawing of the Arctic is nearly inevitable. They caution that it is likely that as the permafrost melts, yet unknown viruses may be released. The concern is that it would be impossible to estimate how long they would remain viable and their level of resistance to different environments. But the risk will certainly increase in the context of global warming, where permafrost thawing will continue to accelerate, and more people will inhabit the Arctic following industrial ventures, the study states. Overall, the expectation is that our antibiotics and pharmaceutical technology will be sufficient for the majority of microorganisms that may be thawed. However, unforeseen events are not impossible, and potential containment measures are already being devised, especially because the process is nearly inevitable.